We continue to track the News 5 alert on the Falcon Fire burning east of Colorado Springs. We just heard from the Falcon Fire Department giving us an update on any information that might be new since the last time we spoke with you. The mandatory evacuation order remains in effect for that area we've been telling about all night long. You see it there again. And it's area bounded by Garrett Road north, Dodge Road to the west, and Meridian to the east. Approximately 280 people have been affected, but that perimeter has not expanded.
They say it's still 280 acres. They did tell us there has been no containment percentage yet and no estimated time of when they will have this fire out. Our News 5's Zach Thaxton, he's been out there. Well, here's a video of this blaze moving so quickly from earlier this evening as the sun was setting. You can just see it going. News 5's Zach Thaxton, he arrived on scene shortly after this broke out, and he's live right now. Zach, what can you tell us since last time we checked in with you?
Well, we have been moved several times since the events began this evening. We are now at Falcon Elementary, which is a considerable distance away from the fire, and we can't even see the glow of the fire on the horizon. But we are experiencing some increasing winds. We have noticed over the last half hour or so that there have been some pretty steady gusts. This is a handheld anemometer, a wind gauge, and it's registering between like 7 and 13 miles an hour right now, just depending on the gust, and we've had a maximum of 17 in the last half hour. That's an indication of some of the conditions that the firefighters are facing just down the Meridian Road from us, and the fire itself can create its own weather conditions, its own wind. It can sort of feed itself on its own wind. Part of the reason why we were moved from our location on Meridian Road is because Meridian is a very narrow two-lane road in that area, and it was congested with looky-loos, people who live in the area who wanted to see the fire, see their property, see where their property stood in relation to the flames that were advancing, plus all the fire apparatus and law enforcement apparatus. So very congested. That's why we were moved away, and for good reason. We'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, Zach, thanks. And we learned that the fire started about 5:30. We told you that during News 5 at 5, and then at 6, right in that area of Highway 24 and Constitution, and then it just blew up. We actually showed you video of some guy trying to put it out with his clothing. Bad idea. Just blew up. Right now, somewhere in the neighborhood of 10 agencies, including Cheyenne Mountain, Black Forest, Fort Carson, all on scene trying to get a containment line around this, and obviously weather, the big factor.
Yeah, let's go to lead forecaster Mike Daniels for the latest on the weather and what's happening out there.
Well, guys, right now firefighters are catching a break because the winds have died off considerably. As we heard from Zach's live shot, winds out of the west right now anywhere from 10 to 15 miles per hour. Earlier this afternoon when that fire was really kicking up, we had gusts from 30 to 40 miles per hour out across that area. Here's what's going on. Wind right now out of the west pushing that fire from west to east, but here's what's going to happen. After midnight tonight, a strong cold front is going to blast through. That'll shift that fire. If they don't have containment by then, that fire is going to start pushing from north to south at a very quick rate of speed, because that cold front, once it passes through, will have north winds gusting from 40 to occasionally 50 miles per hour. Here's that wind forecast. 2 a.m. we've got sustained winds at 15 miles per hour. Again, gusts will be stronger than that before sunrise. Strong gusty wind all across El Paso County. That'll continue through the morning hours into the afternoon as well. Again, those gusts will be really hard to contain that fire if they don't have containment then, because anytime you're fighting a fire with gusts up to 40 and 55 miles per hour, that's almost impossible to try and stop that. New red flag warning goes into effect tomorrow 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. for all of El Paso County, Pueblo County, and the rest of southeastern Colorado.
Mike, thanks again. No structures destroyed and no injuries yet. Stay with News 5 and online at KOAA.com.